Good afternoon from the National Hockey Centre in Glasgow for the third of 4 live matches from Scottish Hockey's awesome October big weekend. Live, brought to you by Quipu TV. I'm Jack McGill. I'm here with you to the conclusion of today's play and 2 days of some fantastic men's and women's hockey from the National League. This weekend's coverage is sponsored by Milne Craig, Chartered Accountants, and Subway Eat Fresh, and we're delighted that they've lent their support to us over the weekend to make this coverage possible. We've had over 6,000 views of the matches so far through YouTube, and delighted that people have joined us from as far afield as the US, South Africa, the Netherlands, and of course here in Scotland as well. Over the course of the weekend, we've been asking you to contribute your comments to the coverage, and we continue to do that. The hashtag, if you'd like to join in, is AwesomeOctober, and we've had a number of tweets over the course of the morning from all of you enjoying the coverage at home. Some less charitable comments about the umpires, but plenty of you enjoying. Plenty of you enjoying the commentary from Graham Dunlop, our Olympian and Scottish Commonwealth hockey player. A tweet from Andy Lovett this morning saying, enjoying the coverage, and thanks to your coverage I'm able to see that the burger van is not in the car park, so I can stay at home for my breakfast. So Andy Lovett stays at home for his breakfast. He gets an extra hour in the warmth of home, and it certainly is a cold afternoon here in Glasgow. Delighted that our other Olympian and Commonwealth competitor, Rona Simpson, is back providing commentary for this afternoon's women's matches. And the match we have coming up for you next in just a few minutes' time is Western Wildcats against GHK. And Rona, good afternoon to you.
Afternoon, Jack.
It's some interesting matches yesterday. It was tough conditions for the ladies out there as the weather deteriorated throughout the course of the afternoon. We've got a slightly brighter day today, a little bit colder. What are you expecting from the first match this afternoon?
Yeah, I mean, certainly yesterday as the day went on, the rain came pouring down, and I thought for a second or two there we were going to get the same, but fortunately it's dried up a bit, which will make it a little bit easier for the players, because it is quite difficult when the rain's so heavy and your hands get slippy and the sticks get slippy. But at the moment, no excuses. But I think this first match against Western Wildcats and GHK will be a really interesting contest. I think it'll be a fairly close contest, both quite young squads, so there'll be pretty exciting hockey, I think, to watch, and probably, hopefully like yesterday, end-to-end stuff.
Yes, we saw GHK in one of our featured matches yesterday. It was the second game of the day. They gutsy team, but just maybe lacked the quality to overcome a tough Kelburn team.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday they were a little bit unfortunate. They conceded a goal right at the end of the first half, just through a little bit of lack of concentration. So I'm quite sure they'll have learnt from that from yesterday. And who knows? Sometimes when you play back to back and you're straight back in it, you know, you're ready and your concentration's there. So it's going to be an interesting contest, I think. But tiredness may play a part as well in today's game. Second day back to back, some young players, some tired legs, but. Time will tell, but I'm sure both teams will be ready and up for a fight for this first game.
Well, we're only minutes away from the start of this match, and we'll be handing over shortly to David Holmes, the stadium announcer, who will introduce the teams for us. Talking you through this afternoon's game alongside Rona Simpson is Kenny Godsman, who has an interesting interest in today's match. His daughter is going to be playing, so it'll be interesting to see how impartial his co-commentary can be. But in his other role in Scottish sport, Kenny is also a board member of Cricket Scotland, with whom Quipu TV have done much of their webcasting of Scottish sport over the last couple of years. So, David Holmes, the stadium announcer, is ready, and we can hand over to him now to introduce the two teams.
Now for our third match of the day, Western Wildcats versus GHK. Western Wildcats line up with in goal Susan Al-Haddad, number 8 Lucy MacArthur, number 11 Stephanie Curran, number 13 Emily White, number 15 Susie Blake, number 6 Katrina Booth, number 2 Alex Stewart, number 14 Karina Marshall, number 9 Anna Vardy, number 4 Becky Nielsen, number 5 Rebecca O'Toole, number 3 Ellie Hutchison, number 7 Rachel Houghton, number 12 Katie Devlin, and number 16 Rona Stewart. For GHK, Amy Liu is in goal. Number 24 Claire MacArthur, number 23 Heather Loudon, number 21 Mackenzie Brown. Hannah Clark has no number. Number 6 is Jenny Morris, number 8 Fiona Donald, number 2 Sarah Love, number 25 Sarah Johnson, number 17 Emma McDermott, number 13 Kirsty O'Donnell, number 15 Emma Kelly, number 77 Katie Sinclair, number 7 Lindsay Barlas, number 11 Carla Godsman, number 16 Iona Holloway, and the match umpires are Ellen Murray and Lucy Wiseman.
So thank you there to David Holmes for introducing the two teams. They complete the pre-match ceremony with the customary handshake. Two fantastic games already this morning in the men's league. Western Wildcats being edged out by PSL Team Sport Clydesdale, 4 goals to 3. A fantastic performance there from, in particular, Clydesdale's captain Kieran Crawford, who bagged 2 late goals to secure that victory for Clydesdale. And then in the second match, Hillhead defeating Inverleith also by 4 goals to 3 to remain unbeaten and top of the league. So the teams go into their huddle. They're ready for the start of this match. And talking you through the action, Kenny Godsman, and first, Rona Simpson.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. Yeah, we can just see the teams, the last words just before they'll jog out into their positions ready, and I think we can be and expect a really exciting match here. Closely congested. GHK had a really good match yesterday, fought to the bitter end against Kelburn, so they'll be hoping to go one better today against Western Wildcats. The Western Wildcats will have their own objective, and they'll be looking for all 3 points, I'm sure, as well. So it will be an exciting game, and play just about ready to start. GHK got the push back, and we're just about ready to go. Sun shining at the moment, let's hope that may continue. So GHK starters off, straight on to the attack on the right hand side is Sarah Love, but Wildcat have won it back. GHK regained possession through a free hit. So Sarah Love, number 2 today, playing round the back from GHK, just comfortable to move the ball through the midfield, but being closed down, but managed to get it over to Fiona Donald, who had a really strong game yesterday for GHK and a real influential player for them. Jenny Morris just spreading the ball out to the wide right, and GHK certainly started with great intentions, trying to get the ball forward. The first attack, and as we speak, the rainbow just appears over our head, which is a lovely sight at this new venue at Glasgow Green. So ball back in play with Western Wildcats, looking to build it out the back, but intercepted by GHK. And the game just a little bit tight at the moment, a lot of bodies round the ball, so both teams will be hoping to spread the game out a little bit and find a little bit more space to work in. GHK on the ascendancy at the moment, but Wildcats have numbers back in defence. Here comes GHK again, threatening the circle, and winning a free hit 5 yards outside the circle. Fiona Donald looking to take it quickly, but Ellen Murray, the referee, just makes sure it's taken from the right spot. That Fiona drives into the circle, make sure she's looking to win a penalty corner, but doesn't get anything out of it on that occasion, and an opportunity now for Western Wildcats to break through number 7, Rachel Houghton, who's looks as if she's got a fair bit of pace, but GHK matching her as well, so, and doing well to win the free hit. So the ball back with GHK at the back, just getting themselves set up and organised. Wildcats putting a bit of pressure on, trying to win the ball high up the pitch, but GHK managed to work it out on this occasion and now have an opportunity to play to space on the other side of the pitch. Jenny Morris just opening up the game. Sarah Love involved again, but Wildcats have won the free hit on the far side. Good ball forward, but just couldn't connect with the forward, so it's back at a 16 with the GHK. So some end-to-end stuff at the moment. Nothing to really report, Kenny, at this moment in time.
No, I think in fairness both sides are just trying their best to feel their way into the game. I think they'll both be it's been an evenly matched contest. They had a pre-season friendly which was a thrilling 3-all draw, so I don't think there's going to be too much between the sides, and obviously from a completely unbiased perspective, I'm looking for a GHK ladies victory.
Absolutely, yes, and just on that note, Western Wildcats have actually won the first penalty corner of the game, so it'll be interesting to see what options and tactics they use here. Now, teams have a number of options that use attacking penalty corners. It's a really important part of the game, can obviously win or lose you important games, and you can just see here how that penalty corner was awarded. I think it was Katie Devlin, number 12 for Western Wildcats, who won that. So we'll be looking for a good injection. A couple of people at the top. Out it comes. Oh, Miss Trapp unfortunately top, but the play goes on. And it's come all the way through to Katie Devlin again, who plays it right into the middle, and Karina Marshall shot on goal, but the keeper did very well there. Amy Lou in goal stood up strong and blocked the shot. And GHK on the break now, taking the free hits quickly, trying to play the ball forward, but Rona Stewart, one of the more experienced players for Wildcats, winning the ball back. But it's pretty end-to-end stuff at the moment. A bit of ping-pong between the teams, but there's a good try, ball going forward there, but not quite the same connection. But I think both teams, as you say, Kenny, just looking to settle down into the game a little bit, control it, a little bit more possession. It's a little bit toing and froing at the moment, but I'm sure it's a wee little bit of nerves as well. Yes,
absolutely. The GHK ladies will be keen to try and get a victory today, having narrowly lost out to the Kelburn ladies yesterday.
Yeah, and there as we speak, when the Western Wildcats have just scored the opening goal. It was a poor clear from Sarah Love on the far side, and intercepted by Western Wildcats. Played along the baseline, and an easy, as you just see here, is driving into the circles, the baseline, and just lays it back into the middle of the goal area for pretty much a tap in for Western Wildcats. So they will be delighted with the opening goal, and Anna Hart-Vardy, the scorer of that. So here we go again. GHK under a little bit of pressure now, so they'll hopefully want to just consolidate, not concede another one early on, but Wildcats piling on the pressure. But there's still a long way to go in this game, so I'm quite sure GHK won't be panicking yet. They just need to get into their rhythms, the ball, and as we speak, Fiona Donald controlling the game through the midfield for GHK, one of their most experienced players, and certainly can make things happen. Western Wildcats on the attack again through Katie Devlin, but just missed the connection there, but they still have possession, looking to put the ball into the circle, and they gain a long corner from that attempt. So opportunity for Wildcats to put a bit more pressure on the GHK defence, and it's pretty fast and furious out there at the moment. A poor pass this time from Wildcats allows GHK the opportunity to break forward and just knocking the ball up the pitch, and the pitch being a little bit wet, it's going to hold up, so an opportunity to chase in behind and get the pressure on, which they do, and win a sideline ball. So Jenny Morris looking to play in ball early into the circle, which she does, but no one could pick it up, but it must have taken a deflection off Western Wildcats, and GHK still in possession. You can hear the coaches on the sideline shouting instructions to his team, driving them forward. But GHK come forward again through Fiona Donald, just outside the circle. A good pass to Jenny Morris, who's got room on the right to drive the baseline if she can. Looking just to lay it back in, but no connection there. Karina Marshall just happy to clear the ball out of the area.
Is now wearing number 44.
Western Wildcats break again through Susie Blake, but she just can't quite keep control of the ball, and GHK regain possession. Game beginning to settle down a little bit, and GHK win the free hit, and they're off again, looking to take things quickly, which is good and alert. Looks as if the pitch is pretty wet actually. There's been a lot of rain overnight and this morning, so players having to work hard to make the ball move on the pitch. You can see the water and the spray every time they take a step and off the ball, so it's pretty wet out there.
The rain was fairly incessant all night, Rona.
It was pretty persistent, Kenny. Not good for the cricket season anyway.
The cricket season's now done and dusted, unfortunately, but
here's Western
GHK
Wildcats.
Hopefully scrambling this one clear.
Yep, and they did well to their Amy Lou. Again, an experienced keeper, just doing enough to keep Western Wildcats out, but it was a nervy moment, and they certainly won't want to concede another one at the moment. There we go, just trying to move the ball. Find a nice channel there, but we can see how quickly the ball actually holds up, even on the run of play. So players can't afford to stop running, because it might just fall for them. And here's an opportunity again for Western Wildcats. Number 9, Anna Vardy, the scorer, looking to put the ball into danger area, which she does. And get a second phase, and another opportunity. Yep, Ellen Murray just letting the game go there. It was good advantage, but won another penalty corner off the foot of the GHK player. So can they do anything better with this penalty corner? Second corner of the game for Wildcats, and they'll be hoping to at least make the keeper make a save, get something on target. We saw yesterday how important it is that players get shots on target, because you never quite know when they're going to fall in the goal.
Well, as they say, hockey's no different from football in that respect. If you don't get it on target, you're not going to score.
Absolutely. So let's see what Western Wildcats choose option-wise this time. So it's a good injection, better trap, straight strike, and it's a good save with Amy Lou. It's in amongst the pads, so GHK scrambling, and Iona Holloway doing very well there to defend. Good low body position, weight behind the ball, and real strong clearance. So GHK survived that penalty corner, and have to get a sideline ball halfway up the pitch. So let's see what they can start to build. They had some really nice attacking play yesterday, and they got into the game a little bit and it settled down, so I'm quite sure they'll be able to reproduce some of that today. Jenny Morris just driving forward at the moment. She could do with a little bit of support, but she gets from her back line, and the pitch causing a few problems just at the moment, with it being a little bit heavy, players having to work really hard to move the ball with any pace. So Jenny Morris is moving the ball forward again, but no connection with her forward line, so Western Wildcats have a sideline ball and looking to break forward.
It's not often, Rona, that you'll see a hockey ball holding up on AstroTurf.
No.
But this is a slower surface with the overnight rain that I've seen.
Yeah, definitely. It's quite significant today, and as we talked, Western Wildcats got a great opportunity to double their lead. Unfortunately, just over the crossbar, but a good early shot from one of the young players there. But yeah, it's quite significant. You can see how slow the pitch is at times today. So hopefully, if the rain stays off, there is a bit of bright blue sky over our heads. So if it keeps coming this way, then hopefully the pitch will quicken up as the afternoon goes on. GHK now setting up with 16, but Western Wildcats putting a heavy press on, trying to win the ball back high up the pitch, but a nice little bit of skill. GHK to win dink the ball over the defender's stick, and they keep possession with a sideline ball. This is looking to play it round. We can see this opportunity here again. Like plenty of space. That was a good shot, but the GHK defender closing her down very quickly to put that over the bar.
It's not just the players that have been feeling their way into the game. The coaches are now starting to become slightly more animated.
Yes, I think both coaches certainly will have plenty to say, and I'm quite sure
certainly Chris Kay and the GHK coach is never short of a word or two.
No, and Murray Lang very similar, so I think both lads will make sure their voices are heard throughout the game. But yeah, it's a big match for these two, because they'll be quite closely together in the table, and a 3-pointer can make all the difference, just to take some pressure off later on in the season.
The GHK girls have had a solid start to the season, having come up from Division 2 last year, and you know they're had one or two good results. They beat Watsonians, they beat Grange, suffered a couple of heavy beatings at the hands of the two top sides in the league against Grove and against Clydesdale, but in fairness, that was only to be expected.
Yeah, I think, as you say, they've come up this year, and it is quite a change from the Division 2, and I think their main objective, as you say, will be to stay up and consolidate their position there, which, as you say, they've started well, and it's targeting almost some of these games, closer games where they've got opportunity, and learning from the more experienced teams.
I think in fairness, that's what Chris has done in certain of the games. You can see how he sets up that some games are I wouldn't say more important, but they're certainly going to be more competitive and hopefully have a chance of picking up some points.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the GHK girls, they're a young side. They've got half a dozen girls there that are still at school. Their back four started today with Mackenzie Brown in the centre of defence. Mackenzie's captain of the district under 16s. Yeah. Emma McDermott's only 14, and she was in the district under 16s. So there's some young raw talent there, which can only be good for Scottish hockey.
Which is great for the future.
Yeah,
let's
absolutely.
face it, and getting these kids playing at this level and learning and watching some of the older, more experienced players as well. It's just about managing them into this level of game and looking after them as well. But it's certainly a great chance and opportunity for them.
You can see with the Western girls the effect that having Karina Marshall in the side does for them, because she's a seasoned international. She unfortunately scores.
Yeah, just as we speak, but
she's clearly the leader on the park. They all look to her and they all feed off her, and is a very positive influence in that respect.
Yeah, absolutely. And all teams, we can just see the replay here, and there's a little bit of unforced defending, just no pressure on her, and Amy just steps off her goal line to put a bit of pressure on, and a cool, calm, composed finished, and just slots it in at the near post. So that certainly relieves a little bit of pressure, but I wouldn't take anything away from GHK at this moment in time, because they fought to the death yesterday, got a goal back, and one goal can make all the difference, get them straight back in the game.
Absolutely, and there's plenty of time left in the game yet. They just need to get a foothold, and unfortunately they haven't put Western, so the Wildcats backline under too much pressure at the minute, but
they haven't stepped up too high, but they did a similar thing yesterday, and then in the second half they definitely were encouraged to step up, and they ended up getting quite a lot of pressure on Kelburn. So I'm quite sure at half time there may be some tactical changes and try different things, because at the end of the day they've nothing to lose, and to go forward and try.
That's right. They in many ways they were a wee bit unlucky not to get a draw yesterday.
Yes.
They had a couple of good opportunities late on that unfortunately they couldn't convert. But it
was a close game, and I think today's could turn out similar, although Western Wildcats are 2 up at the moment. I think there's a long way to go in the game, and if within seconds in hockey now, a game can change.
Well, that's exactly it. The GHK girls, in fairness to them, are a reasonably fit bunch of young girls, so they'll keep going to the final whistle.
So just the free hit there to Western Wildcats. So everyone just jogging up the pitch, a little bit of respite for a few seconds. Alex Stewart looking to play the ball through, but intercepted from GHK, Iona Holloway. He's getting the free hit quickly. Self-pass nowadays, new rule, or relatively new rule, makes such a difference to the game, and if it's used wisely, players can get a real advantage because a defending player cannot tackle the attacking player within 5 yards. So if players are quick at thinking, at taking the self-pass, it can really open up the game at times. GHK just defending again. Wildcats winning a free hit, and just as we speak, that free hit situation, Amy Lou having to defend her goal again, and as she does so, takes out one of her own players, but she's back up on her feet. Sarah Love, she's a tough cookie, so that won't affect her too much, I don't think, but Amy Lou having to do a fair amount of work just to keep Wildcats at bay at the moment. So
she's been a very important player this year for the girls, Amy.
Yeah,
she made a number of important stops yesterday, and it's always good for the back line to know that there's something solid behind them.
Well, it certainly gives players a lot of confidence when you know your keeper's on form and capable. And Amy, I've known for a long while as well, and has come through the district pathways as well, and is a good keeper, and it does make a huge difference to, especially if you've got young players at the back and they're talking to them all the time and just directing and helping them. Makes a big difference. But as we see GHK through, Carla Godsman on the ball as we speak. Iona Holloway takes over and looking to drive into the circle, wins the free hit, but GHK taking the quick self pass. It's a good ball to Jenny Morris on the right, who's looking to drive and doesn't get anything out of it. It's quite hard done by possibly on that, but it breaks for Wildcats, and they're going to look to attack going forward, and the game's certainly opening up a little bit here. Ball into the circle, but no one there on this occasion to do anything with it. Amy Lou just watches it past her post. So GHK setting up again for the 16. Just happy to play it into the pocket to Fiona McDonald. And then back out. Sarah Love, a great ball down, and the ball is going to hold up, and that's a fantastic forward ball to number 7, Lindsay Barlas, who unfortunately can't quite control it, but they've still got the pressure on. Deep in, and she wins it back very well. So GHK got the ascendancy at the moment. They'll hopefully try and get something out of this situation with pressing Wildcats in right in their own pocket. And there they come, bringing it out of that area through Jenny Morris. Back out, moving the ball through transition. Fiona Donald now driving through. She'll be hoping a lovely bit of skills. Great ball, and a fantastic goal for GHK. Back in the match. That's what we say. A couple of seconds can turn, but that was a fantastic run. Fiona Donald really instrumental there in creating that opportunity. And just as we see it again on the replay, driving forward, lovely bit of skill. Let's dive in there. Karina Marshall just taken out easily. Does it, and as we talk about a lot, the players just winding in the goal there, and a good turn, and Lindsay Barnes pops the ball in the back of the net. So game on, as we say.
Absolutely.
Here we go, Carla Gosling winning the ball back again, and GHK now confidence rising. Win a free hit again off Karina Marshall's foot, so they'll be happy to bring the ball back a little bit. Just asked to bring it back to where the free hit was conceded, and Iona Holloway looking to threaten the Western Wildcats goal again. And she's looking to that right hand side where they've had a fair amount of space and success to work in. Alex Stewart for Wildcats, just calm in possession, reverse stick pass out of defence, and GHK have won it back though, and it's a battle through the midfield of both teams, but GHK they've got the better of that one, and again looking to attack. Jenny Morris now in the middle of midfield. Fiona Donald's going off for a little rest. They'll want to try and keep her working at full intensity, but Western Wildcats now breaking forward, but Sarah Love in the right position again. She's a strong defender and looking to play forward. Iona Holloway getting lovely touch and a great ball forward now. GHK just outside Wildcats circle, but Wildcats back in possession and look to work the ball out. Iona Holloway on her knees defending, and does well to win the free hit. It's a great ball across to the right, but nothing comes from it, so they get another free hit. Bring it back. But a bit of pressure now from GHK.
Yeah,
on
I was just going to
Wildcats.
say that the last 5 minutes or so, GHK have upped the tempo. They're pressed a wee bit further up the pitch, and they've already got the rewards with 1 goal back. Then hopefully, again from my unbiased perspective, they can drag it on and bring themselves right back in it.
Yeah, it's amazing. You can see the confidence a goal brings to the team, and it certainly made a difference to GHK there. But
Yep.
pretty end-to-end stuff, and Wildcats actually an opportunity to break here. The ball in the circle, but lifted, so GHK gained the free hit from that. But yeah, it's always an interesting part of the game when one team scores. It seems to change the psychological aspect
it's
a little
interesting
bit.
to see
and the
one
mindset.
team get the obvious lift from the goal, but conversely, the other side, Wildcats here just seem to lose their way a wee bit.
Yeah. And it's a lot about, we talk a lot when you concede a goal or score a goal about then consolidating in the next couple of minutes. And I think that's a learning curve for a lot of the young players as well, just to get back into the game, settle back into the game, and think about the next job rather than what you've just done.
Well, that's right. The one thing that the GHK girls have done well in the last 5 to 10 minutes is they've retained possession a wee bit better than they had done earlier.
They've had some good possession and a bit more quality possession as well.
Yeah. And it's an old cliche, but you're not going to score if you don't have the ball.
Absolutely.
So,
Wildcats on a run here and a great opportunity. 1-on-1 almost with the keeper, but Amy Lou again. And saving the day for GHK.
Quite quickly, which was good.
Closed the angle down very
angles,
quickly, and another sigh of relief from GHK. But ultimately, that's what it's about. You saw yesterday teams taking their chances at each end, and sometimes it can be one-way traffic. You only need one counter-attack, one break,
well, that's exactly
and if you take your chances. So Amy Lou's certainly doing her job for GHK at the moment.
Yeah, they need to retain their focus.
Yeah, this period in the game, with just over 10 minutes to go, a few tired legs, and here we go again, a great opportunity, 1-on-1 again. Oh, it's unfortunate, GHK, you say, just backing off. No one came to close the player down, and
they did the same thing yesterday and lost a goal with 10 seconds of the first half to go, and instead of getting in at half time, one down, they were 2 down.
See it on the replay there, where the players just say they love just trying to get back, but no one steps out to Rachel Houghton, and she just slots it in the corner. So
yeah, she was allowed to run unchallenged for too long there.
No, that's right, and I think it's difficult because if players don't step out, Amy Lou was left on her own with a pretty difficult job. So it'll be interesting to see how the game swings now again. But I'm quite sure
GHK girls will just have to regroup and start again.
That's right. They certainly won't give up. They showed great spirits yesterday in the game, and I'm quite sure they'll be doing the same again. One goal can change the whole, and here they come with an opportunity. But Iona Holloway, she'll be looking to get the ball across or certainly win a corner, and she's done just that. Ball bobbling about in the circle. Be looking, great save. Oh, and that's off a foot. Yeah, and again a corner. That was great pressure from GHK.
The umpires had missed that there.
Yeah, Ellen Murray just helping Lucy out there, which is obviously what the second umpire's for. It's very, very busy in and around that circle. You can see on the replay how busy it is, and Lucy couldn't quite see the foot, but Ellen's angle was better, so just helps out her other umpire there. So first corner for GHK. What can they do? They had quite a few corners yesterday, used different options, so they'll have looked at Wildcats corners, I'm quite sure, and know where the space is. Fiona Donald poised at the top of the circle, but it'll be interesting whether it's straight out to the top, a slip and zigzag, and it's going to snug its way all the way through, but Susan Al-Haddad in the goal just getting enough pressure on for the deflection, and it goes wide for a long corner. So here come GHK again, but unfortunately turned the ball over. So Wildcats now through Rachel Houghton, who's been pretty instrumental in the game, an opportunity to break, and Sarah Love does well a last-ditch tackle there. That could have been another great opportunity, but Karina Marshall just losing possession in the midfield there, and Fiona Donald picking it up and now going on another little run down the right, but didn't quite make the connection. So opportunities at both ends.
Absolutely. I think GHK they need to get Fiona Donald and Jenny Morris coming back on. They need to get these girls in the middle of the park on the ball, because they're the players with a wee bit of flair, a wee bit of creativity that are likely to pose problems for Western.
Yeah, absolutely. They're both certainly Fiona a more experienced player, and you can see on the pitch at times just the difference that makes. Other players take the lead off these more experienced players, and it just a little bit of communication and chat certainly gives the youngsters a lot of confidence as well. And here comes Fiona as we speak, and they've worked well down that right hand side. They've had quite a lot of success, so they'll want to just be patient, keep working that ball. But Jenny Morris and Fiona Donald certainly key players for GHK. And here they come, breaking forward again. Wildcats got numbers, but they found Iona Holloway in the circle, who's got a great ball round the baseline, tries to cut it back, and again wins the penalty corner. Iona is a gutsy little player, willing to get on her knees and dive around the place, so, and has gained her team on their second penalty corner. And just see from the replay here. Back. Nope, it's all or nothing, and they say it must just come off the foot of the Wildcats defender, and she's gained her team their second penalty corner of the game. So they'll be hoping to execute this one nice and cleanly, and it'll be a great time to bring themselves right back into the game. Just over 6 minutes to go in the first half. Good injection and trap, and it looks like Fiona's going to hit it, and it's a great save by Susan Al-Haddad. The ball's in around the keeper though, so out it comes. It's going to, and another penalty corner awarded, but it was a great save initially, a good strike from Fiona Donald, and we can see from the replay, good injection, good trap. Yeah, and it was a really good save from Susan, and then a bit of a scramble, but they do well just to give away the penalty corner. They'll be quite happy with that rather than concede the goal. So penalty corner number 3. Will they change their options here? Yeah, a short one to the slip, and a great strike there from GHK number 13, Kirsty O'Donnell.
Pleased with that.
That was a great strike, and just changing the angle created the opening and the opportunity, and that brings GHK straight back into the game again. So 3-3 it was the last time in the friendly, and maybe even more today. Half time, and we're nearly at 3-3.
And that goal from number 13, Kirsty O'Donnell, makes it 3-2.
Yeah, so just
it's always nice to see them changing things up at the penalty corners, and that's 3 different options they've had in the last 3 penalty corners. So that one
certainly worked for them that time.
Proved beneficial, yeah.
Yeah, and it just keeps, I think, the defending team on their toes. You're never quite sure what options they're going to pick up, but a great ball in and a deflection there for Wildcats. So it is end-to-end stuff at the moment. Both goalkeepers heavily involved at each end, keeping their teams in the game, and I'm quite sure there'll be plenty more opportunities. But GHK break out of their own defence. Kirsty O'Donnell trying to connect there with her other forward, not quite on this occasion, but
yes, it's certainly a game for a good game for the neutrals.
Absolutely.
Not such such fun
not
for people with a vested interest.
Yeah, that's right. But you know, it's a long while to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always great, I think, in the game of hockey now. If there's, let's face it, any game, everyone wants to see goals being scored. So they're certainly doing that at the moment, and Wildcats coming forward, but GHK winning the free hit and just retaining possession. So here they go, looking to attack again down the right hand side into the middle to Jenny Morris, and we said earlier, just a little bit more control of the game, a bit more possession, and it's a good ball forward to Fiona Donald, who just overruns it on that occasion, but gets back in to put some pressure on. And Western Wildcats though break away through Rachel Houghton, who's been, and now again a great opportunity, and Amy Lou reading it really well. The reverse stick shots are always very difficult to read, but she made herself nice and big, sliding out there to cover the angles, and yet again is keeping her side in the game. But Rachel Houghton certainly for Wildcats has caused them a lot of problems. She's quick, she's rangy,
a bit of a handful,
and she's
got in behind the defence quite a few times, and
I'm quite sure
And a
there'll be
few
a few
one-on-ones
words
with
at
the
half time to
yeah, we'll hear them as
marking
well.
a little bit tighter,
Yeah, we'll hear them as
possibly.
well.
Exactly, in the second half. And there's Becky Nielsen for Wildcats now, but can't do anything with that one. But Rona Stewart steps onto the ball, looks to play it back into the danger area, but she lifts the ball as she does so, and the GH players just needing a little bit
and
of
it will have
time.
winded her.
Yeah. And I think sometimes as well it's just the fright they get when that ball's coming hurling at them, and having been there herself a few times, there's not a lot you can do to get out the road when it's coming fast and furious at you, but she's going to survive, I think, and live to fight another day, but just a little bit
Just come off and
shell-shocked
take
at
a
the
breather,
moment.
yeah. Yeah, if you're going to take a knock with a hockey ball, you're as well taking it in the midriff, though.
Exactly,
there
I know.
are much worse places to
Usually a little
get
bit more
bang.
padding, usually.
Certainly is in my case.
But yeah, the ball can really buzz around at this level, and it's pretty solid. And Alex Stewart got a great opportunity to put another one on the goal sheet for them, but Amy Lou just doing enough. But I think certainly that's one of the key things from this half that GHK will be talking about at half time, is they have to pick up these players
They
coming
have to
into
pick them
the
up
circle
and close them down a wee bit quicker, because they're getting to run too far unchallenged.
Yeah, and it's only a matter of time. You can only defend for so
That's
long
right.
with these opportunities, and that's probably been the difference between the teams. But GHK on the attack and doing well to get back into the game, looking for Fiona Donald, and they find her, and she's going to be an opportunity to get forward, get into the circle. But yeah, sandwiched, I would say, there between a couple of red shirts.
That's right.
So because they can see the danger and the threat that she poses, and
Well, Fiona's very direct.
Yeah.
And
Very quick.
And there's obviously an element of danger that comes with that.
That's right,
So-
and she's a skillful player. And Jenny Morris now on the right, playing the ball to space, and the GHK back in the ball in the circle, and win another penalty corner. So fourth penalty corner, and a fantastic opportunity now to get themselves back on level terms just before half time. Just over a minute and a half to go. We can see here
Well,
on the replay. Just
it would be nice today if they could equalise at half time rather than lose.
yeah,
and concede at half
absolutely.
time.
We can just see there off the foot of Susie Blake in the Wildcat circle awards GHK their fourth penalty corner of the game. So what option will they use this time? They used a number of options: left, right, straight strike. Which do they think? That's out to the top. Fiona looks to do a zigzag, and it's a save off the line.
That was a well worked penalty corner.
Yeah, it was a well worked penalty corner. Unfortunate not to score there, but Karina Marshall saving her team on the goal line, and they're in the last minute with GHK still in the attack, and certainly finishing the half strongly. Jenny Morris strong on the ball again, looking to drive and create things for her team. That's a great ball through, and they were unlucky there. Just took a little deflection before it reached the forwards, otherwise it could have been a great opportunity. So we're into the last 30 seconds. Still time to score. You only need a couple of seconds to score. Jenny Morris again on the ball, finds Fiona Donald, finds a lovely little ball through. So they're still on the ascendancy. GHK looking to play strong to the right, breaking into the circle, but a good tackle there. Katie Devlin back in defence for Wildcats. And now on to Becky Nielsen. Okay, and there we hear the half-time hooter, which I think both teams will be quite pleased to hear. They'll get a little bit of a respite, and exciting first half, Kenny.
It certainly was. 5 goals is always good, and it was as we predicted at the start. It's very, very evenly contested game of hockey.
Yep, I think just a couple of differences at each end, which I'm quite sure the coaches will be highlighting to the teams at half time, and it'll be interesting to see any
I would
changes.
think so. And if GHK can just tighten up a wee bit in the back line and challenge the Wildcats girls a wee bit more fiercely as they're running through on goal, hopefully they can keep a clean sheet in the second half and add a couple themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've certainly come back into the game strongly, and they obviously have that in them. They proved that yesterday as well, and they're never going to give up, which is a great fighting spirit to have. And I'm quite sure, if they can close down some of these counter-attacks and breaks, then they'll certainly minimise the opportunities that Wildcats get, and they've created enough opportunities themselves that they can easily get back into this game.
Yeah, no, I think that's what they'll look to do. But Wildcats, in fairness, have played very well, and Amy Lou's made 2 or 3 very good one-on-one saves to keep it to 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Wildcats will similarly be quite confident going into the second half. But
yeah, I think it's going to be an even balanced contest again. So another 5 goals in the second half, it could be a thriller.
As long as they're all for the team in white.
Yeah. So we're just going to recap and look at the goals, and we can see here Rachel Houghton breaking into the circle for Wildcats. Got her eyes up, looking, see where the keeper in, and plays a lovely ball just right across the front of the goal for an easy pop in there from Anna Vardy. So they would be delighted with that start, and we see the second one. Karina Marshall, as we've just said, no one putting any pressure on. Amy Lou has to come eventually to try and close it down, and doing so just opens up the angle, and to be fair, quite an easy goal at the end there for Karina Marshall.
Yeah, Karina's not going to miss from that distance.
No, absolutely not. And we can see just here Fiona Donald coming through, some great skills, and lovely little ball through to the back post. It's good awareness of the keeper coming out just to spin and turn, and no one on the goal line for Wildcats on that occasion, just slots it in. But that was a good goal, brought GHK back into the game at that moment in time to make it 2-1, and then Wildcats broke again, and just as we've said, no pressure on that attacking player coming forward, and just takes a little sneak off the post and in a well placed shot, but that brought 3-1 the scoreline at that point.
That was unfortunate timing for GHK, because it was almost against a run of play at that point. GHK were looking to get back in level terms, and then giving the ball away, find themselves 2 goal in the rears again. Yeah,
no, I know, and that 2 goal gap can mean quite a difference. So we can see the teams getting the words of wisdom at half time, what they need to work on, what's been good, what they want to change for the second half. And as we say, it's going to be an interesting contest at the second half between both teams, evenly matched at this moment in time.
I have to say, Rona, I actually watched the coverage at home yesterday, and in fairness to the Quip UTV boys, I've known them since they started doing coverage of live coverage of sports through cricket, and the coverage now is absolutely fantastic. And I just sat in my kitchen with my iPad. And as long as you've got a good wireless connection, and the quality of the pictures was fantastic.
No, it's been great, and it's fantastic, obviously, for the game of hockey, when you struggle to probably get a lot of publicity elsewhere with football and all the other things. But
it's a good thing to have in place, because it's something else that you can go to sponsors with now, and you know, Aberdeen Asset are big supporters of Scottish hockey, but you know, you're now saying, you know, club sponsors are looking at this thinking, well, there's a wee bit of
no, absolutely, it's fantastic
profile there,
and fantastic for the game.
All these things are very positive for the game.
No, there's no doubt about it, and certainly there's a lot of people playing the game, and from the Olympics and different things, a lot of people who weren't necessarily interested in hockey before understand how exciting a game it is to come and watch. The ball's in play majority of the time. It's a fast, skillful game.
Well, I've got my tickets for the Commonwealth Games.
Oh good. No complaints from you then.
No, I've managed to secure tickets for the women's finals day.
Fantastic, good.
And I've also got preliminary ones, one for the men's and one for the women's in the early round.
Great.
But we'll be here for the women's finals.
Brilliant. So, it's a fantastic venue, and it will be very exciting over the next few months to see it all develop and unravel, and then
bring back
the big
happy memories for you.
Yeah, it does, certainly. It's had a great hockey career and fantastic fond memories going back a few years now. But
two Olympics and three Commonwealth Games isn't
you
bad.
may feel old now.
Yeah.
But no, it was great fun and great experience. So it's all in the bank, and now just hopefully can maybe help some of the youngsters and develop their game.
Yeah.
So here we go.
From what I've seen around the country, there's a lot of good young talent out there, which bodes well. I think I'm now going to take leave for the second half. And
well, thank you very much for your company, Ken.
Well,
it's been a pleasure.
Not often I get to sit next to Double Olympian. Thank you for your company.
Back at another time.
I can now go and be more vocal in my support for the girls. Thanks very much.
Pleasure. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
So our thanks to Kenny Godsman for his co-commentary. He can now suffer just as an ordinary parent as he watches his daughter compete for GHK in this second half that's just started. Just a chance before we introduce our commentary team for the second half to bring you the results of some of the other games that have been going on today. We've had 2 featured matches this morning. This is our third, but on the back pitch here at the National Hockey Centre, the results have been as follows: Mingus Hill 3, Kelburn 3, Dundee Wanderers 2, Edinburgh University 2, and Gordonians 0, Grange 3. Some of the other results from the awesome October big weekend, live all weekend here with Quipu TV. And a reminder that you can have your say by tweeting us. The hashtag is AwesomeOctober. And Scottish Hockey would be delighted to hear from you and your thoughts about the coverage or any of the matches that we've featured over the course of the weekend. So the second half is underway. It's Western Wildcats 3, GHK 2, and I'm delighted that Frank Hurst, another parent, but with nobody featuring in this game that I know of, is joining Rona Simpson in the commentary box, and they'll see you through to full time.
Thanks, Jack. Yeah, second half underway now, and it's going to be interesting to see if there's been any change of tactics and what the coach's input has been at half time. And as I say, GHK straight on the ascendancy and awarded their first penalty corner of the second half. So this would be a great opportunity for them, Frank, to bring the scores to level terms.
Yes, absolutely. It's been a very exciting match up to now. I've been watching the first half from just open attacking hockey all the way through.
Yep, it's going to be, as I say, end to end, I think, in this second half, and I'm quite sure day 2 the legs will be getting a little bit weary at the end of this half. The game will open up even more, and we'll see some exciting goal action, hopefully. So let's see what option the GHK choose this time. Good injection out to the top, as if it's a straight strike, which Fiona does. It's a great save from Susan Al-Haddad, but no one ready for the second phase for GHK, and it gives Western Wildcats now an opportunity to break, which they do, and it's a great opportunity. Rachel Houghton easily just slots that in, and one of the most dangerous aspects of the game, you have a penalty corner at one end and then it breaks for the opposition, and they take their opportunity at the other end.
Yes, always a good opportunity to turn defence into attack, Rona, and I think the defence cleared the ball very quickly, and they took full advantage, as you say.
Yeah, we can just
and
see
a very
Rachel
good finish
Houghton,
there, just a little lift over the keeper's
slotting
pads.
that away on the rebound, and so yeah, now it's going to be a really open game. It's going to be interesting. GHK got nothing to lose now. They're going to have to push forward, which also creates opportunities for Wildcats, and they're breaking again through Katie Devlin. The ball bouncing around, and it's bounced kindly for Wildcats yet
good
again.
Advantage from the umpire there. Yeah.
And they're awarded now a penalty corner at this end, so GHK will be hoping they can do exactly the same and go up the other end on the counter attack. But we'll see what option Wildcats choose at this. We can just see on the replay, just comes, I think it's a stick tackle is what the umpire must have awarded it for. So Wildcats just got time to settle.
I think there had been an earlier foul as well, Rona, just outside the D.
Yeah,
and
tried to play advantage, but no advantage from it. So there we go. Good injection, trap, straight strike from Karina Marshall, but it takes a deflection. Must have come off the foot of the runner, and another penalty corner awarded. So will they run the same option, or will they choose to find a bit of space wider in the circle? Alex Stewart lining up at the top of the circle as well. Penalty corner, such an important aspect of the game now. Yeah, so Rachel Houghton, good injection and trap. Alex Stewart drags the ball, and a fantastic save and well read from GHK on the goal line there. It was well defended, but Wildcats attacking, and
another chance hit the post.
And a second phase, it was off the post. Amy Lou wasn't sure where it had rebounded to, but I think it was Katie Devlin who popped the ball in on an easy tap in at the end there. We can just see it coming up. Reverse stick into the circle from Karina Marshall, and no one marking Katie. It's a good pick up. Beat the keeper but hit the post, and she was the fastest
Quickest
to react. Yeah,
indeed.
absolutely.
Yes.
So that really does put a different slant on the game now. GHK are going to really work hard to chase things, and
I think Wildcats showing their experience and just taking full advantage there.
Absolutely.
GHK didn't really clear the corners that they had the opportunity to do, and it was just a build up of pressure.
And I think we spoke about that in the first half with Wildcats players getting a lot of space in and around the circle, and I think that was just another example. No one picking up Katie Devlin. She was totally free on her own in front of the keeper, and it's always very difficult for the keeper to deal with that. But Western Wildcats 5 goals to the good now, and they'll be quite comfortable at the moment with that advantage over Western GHK. Sorry, but here we come. Fiona Donald breaking forward again. She'll try and create something on the right. She's in Iona Holloway using her skills and pace to break forward. Jenny Morris finds Fiona Donald again breaking forward. Nice little 1-2 between these two, which gives Jenny opportunity to break and have a shot on reverse. But pieces picked up from Wildcats, but given away again. And a lot of reverse stick passing being used. And
chance of another
Wildcats
counter attack here,
to counter again. Katie Devlin becoming quite influential in this game, and a great run. But Sarah Love covers it well, come across the pitch, pick up that ball and win the free hit. Just looking to break quickly, and players getting a little bit tired. I think the gap's beginning to open up between the lines, so there's going to be opportunities for both teams, and GHK got an opportunity here. Iona Holloway putting the ball in from the right, but Rona Stewart is picking it up for Wildcats, plays to her right, and we've got an opportunity for Ellie Hutchin, one of the very young players, and a great ball. Rachel Houghton again with a great opportunity. The ball
stop on the line.
Goes round the keeper on a one-on-one, plays it along, but Sarah Love got back there to defend the goal line and save her team yet again. So yeah, here we go. We can just see it. Good composure. Right, and
good reactions.
It was a great brave defending there from Sarah Love to keep her score line down. But as we speak, Wildcats again on the ascendancy. Little Ellie Hutchin, who's one of the younger members, doing very well. And Wildcats certainly putting GHK under a bit of pressure. But GHK won a free hit, so they'll breathe a sigh of relief for a couple of seconds, try and get themselves organised. Jenny Morris offering her services to get the ball out the back, which they do very well, and now got an opportunity to break forward themselves. Jenny looking for support, gets a great ball into the middle of the pitch and out to the right, just can't quite connect with Fiona Donald, but some nice open flowing hockey now. Wildcats just making a substitution. Becky Nielsen coming on, another young player with a lot of talent and ability, and she'll learn from these big occasions. But, the ball with Fiona Donald at the moment. GHK looking to play forward. Karina Marshall just steps in to intercept. Finds Rachel Houghton on the right, who's been a real danger player for Wildcats. GHK struggled to deal with her speed and ability.
Yes, I think so. And GHK are pushing forward now, trying to get back into the games. There are gaps beginning to open up for the Western players.
No,
I think
definitely.
we should see a few more goals in this game.
Yeah, I think as the game goes on, and say that that'll become even more apparent. But GHK looking to play the ball out, and it finds its way to Iona Holloway, who's got space on the right, and again just looking for some support. And does well, but it's well defended from Wildcats, and they're looking ahead as well. Got Katie Devlin putting pressure on, but
under pressure.
Yeah, some nice work out the back, and it's Katie Devlin, who's in possession again, breaking into the circle, and touched a little foot there. It was unfortunate, but that's another corner to Western Wildcats. So if they put this one away, then I think the game's not already dead and buried. I think this would definitely seal it.
Yes, I think so.
It's interesting.
Still 25 minutes to go, Rona, but I think Western are comfortably on top and controlling the action now.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they're just sensible about, as you say, controlling the game, they don't need to attack at 100 miles an hour. They just need to be sensible, good possession hockey, and run the clock down a little bit. It's going to be an uphill battle for GHK from now. But you never know. Games can turn very quickly. So let's have a look to see what option Wildcats look to play this time. Injection not quite accurate this time, but Karina adjusts, looks to play to the right post, but it doesn't quite connect. Gets a little bit of deflection and the danger averted for the moment. But Wildcats still in possession with a free hit right on the far sideline, keeping the pressure on GHK. Rona Stewart looking to threaten the circle area, but Sarah Love doing well at tit for tat over there, keep winning the ball back off each other, but it's with GHK at the moment. Oh, no, it's not. It's now with Ellie Hutchison, who does well. And again, a free hit outside the 5-yard area. All players need to be 5 yards at these free hits now, and Rona Stewart using some nice skills. Great reverse stick shot where Amy Lou does really well to save, but the ball's still in the round, but GHK managed to clear it at the end. But that was a great reverse stick shot from Rona Stewart. And Katie Devlin now just using some little 3D skills, little lift to try and eliminate the player, but not successful on this occasion. But a great shot there.
It was. It's a very difficult skill, that, and she had it under very good control, keeping it on target. Yeah,
if it's not easy for defenders and goalkeepers to know where these reverse stick shots are going, so Amy Lou did very well to keep that one out.
She did indeed.
Here we go again, Becky Nielsen now on a little run, finds her other midfielder Susie Blake, but it breaks now for Jenny Morris. GHK attacking forward, finds Iona wide on the right, but again she's looking for Fiona Donald, but gets a sideline ball, looks to take it quickly, but it's getting the numbers up, just rolls the ball off the sideline, but it's a sideline ball now for Western Wildcats, deep in their own half, so GHK will be hoping to win it back high up the pitch here, and Fiona Donald does just that with finding a foot from the Western Wildcats player. Iona Holloway now on the ball, lovely little lifted pass into her other forward, and an opportunity. Oh, unfortunate there. It was the right idea. Hannah Clark, number 44 there for GHK, trying to take a quick shot, but Wildcats alert, just get a little nick on it to find her foot and keep advantage, but a poor clearance there from Wildcats that almost allowed Jenny Morris in. But they're back in possession and they're breaking forward with Becky Nielsen on the right. Turns back looking for support, finds Susie Blake. He looks forward but can't connect quite this time. And GHK back in possession. Iona Holloway finding Kirsty O'Donnell, who plays the ball forward, but Alex Stewart tidying up the pieces for Wildcats. And certainly GHK battling on. They're certainly not giving up the fight, which is great to see. And still 21 minutes to go, just over. So it'd be an interesting next goal to see what happens.
Indeed, I think the next goal is going to be crucial. I think if GHK can get another one, give them heart to get back into the game. But Wildcats do look a lot more dangerous. Oh, that's
yeah,
a great
just as we
very
speak.
Good skills.
I think that would pretty much seal it, I think, for Western Wildcats. A great run
for the
and
young
cross.
girl at the back post as well. It's great seeing somebody so young playing at this high level
absolutely.
of hockey.
You can just see on the replay here, Alex Stewart doing some nice skills, and it's a great cross, but just the GHK defender caught on the wrong side, and
great awareness
number
as
3,
well.
Ellie Hutchison, good technique, good deflection, and
green
I
card
think
for a stick tackle there.
So Wildcats down to 10, but I'm not sure it will be significant now with a 4-goal cushion. I think they'll
they still
manage
look more
to see out
dangerous
those
coming
couple
forward.
of minutes.
Yeah.
So, here they come again. Rachel Houghton, Karina Marshall just colliding, but GHK now getting a ball forward, an opportunity for Fiona Donald to chase and maybe get something out of it, but then the ball just runs over the baseline, and Wildcats now got an opportunity just to settle things down. They'll be quite happy for the time just to tick away until they get their full complement back. But Kirsty O'Donnell doing well to win it back. Iona Holloway quick onto the free hit, but turns over possession, and Emily White just looking to feed the ball forward. Couldn't quite find Rachel Houghton this time, and GHK an opportunity to open up the game, but Ellie Hutchin does well. It's a little edge on it, but Wildcats just keep the ball and quite happy to just take a couple of seconds breather, move the ball up the pitch, and they'll be quite happy just to keep possession now in this game. I think a 4-goal cushion should see them through in the last 20 minutes, but they'll still need to keep their concentration and focus, because GHK have had opportunities and are dangerous on the break. And Jenny Morris showing some of her nice skills at the moment, but needs a little bit of support, which she finds. And now Rachel Houghton doing really well, steal the ball, win the free hit, and off she goes again, threatening forward all the time, but GHK do enough to win it back. Although Western Wildcats through Karina Marshall looking to play the ball forward, but don't quite connect the final pass on that occasion. So we can hear Murray on the sideline shouting instructions just to keep things tight, keep the concentration, make sure they don't get complacent, even although they're 4 goals to the good. He'll certainly be aware with his experience that you cannot switch off at any moment.
Yes, well, as we've seen, it doesn't take long to score a goal, and there have been quite a lot of quick breakaways and goals scored so far in this game, as well as earlier games over the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a very successful weekend of hockey, is it not, Rona? I think it's a very good idea to bring all the top teams to come and play, both here at the Glasgow Green Hockey Centre and also at Peffer Mill.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic weekend, and I think a lot of people have thoroughly enjoyed seeing a lot of good quality hockey, both men's and women's, and hopefully it'll encourage Scottish hockey and everything to do it a little bit more often, because fantastic venue for it, and with such an exciting year ahead, hopefully it'll just encourage people to get involved in the game. The youngsters can see how exciting it is. It's a fast, quick game, and get more people playing and more people aware of how good a game it is.
Yes, indeed.
And here we go, Rachel Houghton breaking forward again, but she's been a real thorn in GHK's side this afternoon, and earns her team another penalty corner. So
an obstruction there, I think, Rona.
Yep, she's been very difficult to handle. I think she's a big rangy player with good pace, good skills, and she's certainly caused a number of problems for GHK defence this afternoon, and player to watch for the future. So a bit of discussion at the top of the circle here, and they'll be working out what options, what tactics they're going to use for their 6th penalty corner, the 4th one of this half. So can they outwit the GHK defence and slot home number 7? So here we go, Rachel Houghton looking to, poor injection this time, but ball has to come out the circle. Susie Blake bring it back out, but then forcing it through a front stick, but Alex Stewart picks it up and does enough just to regain another corner, so they'll be quite happy with that. Gives them an opportunity to possibly try that option again. Just corners are so important, and the injection, first part of the corner, if that bit's not done right, then the rest can't obviously execute that part. So it's really important that these push outs are good, and that's a much better push out. Good trap, slip to the right, but is well covered by GHK on that occasion. They read that corner well, and
yeah, but I think with it being a new pitch, it's more difficult to inject the ball, and also for trapping the ball as well, I think. Obviously, as the pitch is played in a lot more.
Yeah. And I think also the pitch has probably dried out a little bit from the conditions as it was at the start when it was really quite heavy and you could see the rain. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a change. But Fiona Donald breaking forward for GHK again, so they're certainly not giving up the fight and attacking down the right now, looking to get the ball in the circle. Sarah Johnston trying to earn her team a free hit, which she does so. So again, ball's got to come out to that dotted line. Ellen Murray making sure it's on the exact spot. Jenny Morris looking for some support. She gets that from Iona Holloway. Gets the ball back and she's got some nice skills, 3D skills, and again, great opportunity. Oh, does really well, but no one there just to slot the ball home. And Western Wildcats survive a bit of a goal-mouth scramble there, but Jenny Morris doing really well, showing some nice skills which are so important on the water-based pitch, getting the ball in the air, very, very difficult to defend against, and unfortunate not to score there, JHK.
Yes, she did everything right there, just very unlucky at the end. The keeper was wise to where she was going to slit the ball at the near post there, but
yeah, they just
good to
did
see
enough.
GHK putting in a bit of pressure here. And
yeah, another chance for Fiona Donald, and it is
yes,
sneaked
indeed.
in this time. Another reverse stick, shot on target, goes through Wildcats' legs, and Sarah Johnston, I think, on the far post, just getting the final touch. We can see here, lovely ball forward to Fiona. It turns the defender, it just sneaks through, and Sarah Johnston, just redirecting the ball into the goal. And so important that teams have players on the far post, because the number of goals that are scored from there is quite phenomenal, and GHK get the reward on that occasion. So 6-3, can they turn it around with just over 13 minutes to go? It could be an exciting finish if they get another one soon, but quite sure Wildcats. Here we go, we can see it from a different angle now. It's a great ball forward. Fiona, nice turn, and we can see just possibly Wildcats defender and keeper getting in each other's road a little bit, and it sneaks through to Sarah Johnston to pop it in the open goal.
It's good awareness by Sarah Johnson, focusing on the ball. It's very easy to be put off at the back post when there's players coming across your line of sight. So
yeah, absolutely.
She
kept an eye on the ball.
Concentration with.
Yeah, and GHK with a little bit of
I think given a bit of encouragement
in
by
their
that
game.
goal.
Yeah,
And
the goal certainly lifted them a bit.
Good bit of play to go.
But here comes Rachel Houghton. She's eliminated 2-3 and a lovely ball forward. And she's back in the fray again. But penalty corner awarded, and she has really been a thorn on GHK's side this afternoon, causing them all sorts of problems, running at them. So I can see some instructions from Murray on the sidelines here to give Karina Marshall some help in choosing what penalty corner to use. Ellen Murray just asking them to speed things up a little bit as well. So will they do something different on this occasion? Certainly a good opportunity now in the game with 3 goals to the good to try different options. So
yes, indeed, we'll see what they play. Although with it all being watched by all the teams in Scotland, they maybe don't want to show any of their special corners and give too much away.
Right,
we'll
so
see.
here we go. A good injection out to the top again.
Straight first time strike for deflection there.
It's saved on the goal line, and it's going to be a penalty flick. So it was going in the goal, but the player saved it on the line with her body, which means it is a penalty flick that is awarded. As you can see from the rebound, Sarah Love on the goal line, but unfortunately didn't save it with her stick. So
not much else she could do there. Not much
no,
time to
she was
react
going
to
to
the
be a
ball
goal,
coming
so I
at
think
us,
got a second chance for Amy Lou to hopefully save this, but it will be slotted home from Karina Marshall. It's quite difficult for the keepers from that range. I mean, it's
a very good flick low to the keeper's left. Probably the most difficult to stop, and there's a lot of pace on this ball.
Yeah, we can see here from the rebound, just takes her time. And just
well
placed, just right in the corner, and Amy Lou really unfortunately with not a lot of chance to save that. So 7-3. Are there any more goals in this game? It's been certainly a thriller for the neutral spectator. Lots of goals, which everyone enjoys.
Yes, I think we can probably expect a few more goals if it keeps going this way.
Yeah, GHK still still looking to go forward, and here we go, Fiona Donald attacking, still full of energy, got an opportunity in with the right.
Oh, good skills to make an opening there.
A great shot in, and it came off the Wildcats' foot, so she's earned her team now a penalty corner, and it's end-to-end stuff at the moment. So here we can see in the replay, it's a good shot, and yeah, this catches as actually the stick possibly, but anyway, penalty corner awarded. So let's see what GHK can do with this one. Just no trap at the top, just an upright stop, so maybe a change of tactic here. But good injection out to Fiona Donald, who looks for the straight strike, takes a little bit of a bobble, which I hope was very difficult to defend these little lifted balls, but Wildcats get the danger away.
Yeah, it's very hard to predict the bounce of a shot like that.
It is, and
they coped with it fairly comfortably.
It's still with... It was with GHK, but Wildcats have stolen it again, and Rachel Houghton's off. A big rangy stride, very deceptive. The speed she's actually got, but GHK do well to win it back to Iona Holloway. Kirsty O'Donnell almost stealing it, but they're working really hard to win the ball back. But Emily White for Wildcats wins her team the free hit, and they're quite happy just to settle the game down. With 10 minutes remaining, Karina Marshall stepped out of the midfield and gone to the back line. I don't know if that's a deliberate ploy or not. Katie Devlin on the ball at the moment, and it's a good ball through, searching forwards, and another opportunity for Wildcats. But Sarah Love's been defending pretty hard in there all afternoon, and even although they're
been in the firing line,
they've conceded a few, she's also saved them a number of occasions. But here's Fiona Donald breaking deep from her own half. She's got a long way to go to create anything, but she finds Jenny Morris, who's battling through the midfield, strong on the ball, and again it's a great ball. That's forward, one-on-one, and
unlucky, didn't quite make the
fantastic ball, but GHK forward, just a little bit inexperienced there, couldn't quite pick the ball up, but that was certainly an opening, clear opportunity for GHK.
I think GHK, as they've become more tired, have become very narrow. They don't have the width that they had in the earlier part of the game.
Yeah, I think
it's really making it a bit easier for Wildcats to defend against.
Yeah, they had a pretty tough game yesterday, so I'm quite sure with the dying minutes, some of the legs will be feeling a little bit weary, and pace of the game. Yeah,
the fitter team will.
Absolutely, and it makes such a difference in the modern game. You have to be fit to keep up at that intensity and level, and you lose your concentration. It's the first thing that goes with your fitness, and little mistakes start to creep in, and that can hurt teams in the last few minutes. But they're pushing forward, they're working hard, they're trying to create opportunities. But Rona Stewart steps forward there for Wildcats, and unfortunately concedes the free hit in doing so. So GHK got an opportunity to play the ball forward through Jenny Morris again. She's done a lot of work in the game, but needs a little bit more support round about her, and Wildcats look to play forward, but Sarah Love in the right place, and plays a lovely ball out to the right, but just couldn't quite connect with Iona Holloway on that occasion. Alex Stewart on the ball for Wildcats again. Sarah Love defending well and finds Fiona Donald in the middle of the pitch, who finds her fellow teammate, and GHK again regain possession just over the halfway line. So just coming into the dying minutes of this game, but it's a big thank you to our sponsors, Milne Craig and Subway, for their support of the event, and long may that continue. They've been great supporters of the game, and we thank them for that.
Yes, this whole Quipu TV setup's very good, is it not, Rona? the quality of the broadcasting, the pictures are great. It's good to see the Scottish game being brought to the people in this way, and
absolutely.
hopefully the viewers will grow as people get to hear about it.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic coverage, and I think, as I say, it just heightens the awareness of all the hockey community in Scotland and beyond. Hopefully, I know we've had tweets from people in New York and all over the world, which is fantastic.
Yes.
So, no, it's brilliant, and as I say, long may it continue. But it's a fantastic game to come and watch. It's exciting, it's fast. There's plenty happening on and off the ball. So, that as I say, it's credit to everyone involved in the production team that it's offered such good coverage this weekend. So just over 5 minutes remaining, and 7-3 the score line at the moment to Western Wildcats. But GHK still attacking, still willing to push forward, and Jenny Morris working hard, but unfortunately doesn't just quite control the ball. So it's back with Wildcats. Karina Marshall trying to connect with Becky Nelson, but doesn't quite work on that occasion. But I'm sure that they'll be quite happy to see the game out with 5 minutes to go. If they get the ball, they'll just be looking to keep the ball, keep possession, and make sure they don't concede any silly goals. But GHK working really hard, never giving up. They did the same yesterday, so it's a great team spirit. They can see them battling, fighting. Mackenzie Brown looking to come forward. Finds a pass wide out, and it's a lovely build-up play. Fiona Donald breaking in from the left, right into the circle, and it's a fantastic build-up play. That would have been a well-deserved goal, but just couldn't quite connect with the final pass. But certainly one of GHK's better passages of play. Jenny Morris just looking now to play the ball into the circle. Kirsty O'Donnell in possession and win a free hit. So Jenny Morris again with the ball on the end of her stick, and winning a well-deserved penalty corner. So can they do something with this to bring it up to a respectable 7-4? But let's see what options they choose now.
Yes, Wildcats have found it difficult to deal with Jenny Morris coming down the right wing route there on and cutting round inside.
Yeah, it's very difficult. She protects the ball very well, and it's difficult for the defenders to get any clean tackle on her. So injection out to Fiona at the top. Look for the slip right, and it's a bit of a mess. But GHK win a retake, so they'll be quite happy with that. They looked to play what we'd call a zigzag to the right. Didn't quite come off, but they won another retake, so they'll be looking to see possibly choosing another option on this one. They've got the trapper back at the top of the circle this time, so that may be a signal to Wildcats. Yep, it goes short to Kirsty O'Donnell, who scored in the first half from that corner, and it's broken to Fiona Donald, who looks to play the shot. Yep, takes the corner. Karina Marshall.
I think a penalty stroke, given their penalty stroke, playing the ball above her head.
Absolutely, and it's a bit of a yellow card. Karina Marshall, with her experience, should know better than that, to be honest. And I don't think it'll affect the outcome of the game now, but it could have been a crucial turning point. But you just cannot afford to do that in and around the circle. It was. We'll see.
Yes, reverted back to the short corner. But I think the game had stopped by the time
I think Ellen Murray had actually blown for the initial.
So the original decision stands on the short corner.
The card still stands though, because it's a straight yellow card and that. So good injection, trap at the top, going for the straight strike, and it's a good save. And that's twice they've done that, and there's not been anyone to follow it up for GHK. But so Wildcats just will be happy to keep the ball. Young Ellie Hutchison, nice skills to bring the ball forward for Western Wildcats, and finds her other forward, who wins the free hit. So Wildcats 2 minutes to go. We'll just be happy to run this clock down. A good try to open the game up, but Fiona Donald couldn't quite keep that. Katie Devlin's now recovered the ball and trying to weave her way through players, but finds a little channel. Lovely ball for Emily White to run onto. And Wildcats with Ellie Hutchin, who's been a real promising talent for Wildcats. She's a very slim, young player, not much
future,
of her,
Rona,
but she's certainly done well in this game.
Yeah, so she's shown some mature awareness of what's happening around about her, and a very, very good pick up of the ball there.
Yeah, certainly one to watch for the future, and it's promising for the game. Both teams have a lot of young players, and I'm quite sure they'll have learnt a lot from the weekend's experience, and watching and playing against some of the better teams and more experienced players. They'll be able to take those lessons with them and hopefully implement them into their own games in the future. GHK still pressing forward, still working hard, but turn the ball over, and Katie Devlin tried to feed it forward, but they break again. Sarah Love coming out.
As Wildcats continuing to press quite high, Rona, and trying to keep the game down at the far end of the field.
Yep, it's broken for Fiona Donald here, and she could go direct, but plays it off to the right. A great ball, great opportunity to sneak one back. It's still in and around the circle. An opportunity, Jenny Morris, good save but it's still there. Yeah, and eventually Carla Godsman there finishing it off, and GHK probably deserved that goal. They've worked really hard throughout this second half. They've never given up attacking, and they kept the pressure on there. They had 2 or 3 goal shots, but we'll see it here. Susan Al-Haddad makes a good save, but Carla Godsman just takes a little deflection off the defender's stick and over her head into the roof of the net. So 7-4 now the scoreline. 11 goals. It's been an exciting game. It's not often we see 11 goals in one game, but certainly great for the neutral spectator.
Indeed, open attacking hockey. Both teams have been.
So here we go, last attack, last opportunity I think for GHK. Sarah Love looking just to get the ball into the circle, but there we go, we hear the final hooters and final result. A well deserved, I think, win overall for Western Wildcats, 7-4, but GHK certainly can be proud of their efforts over the weekend, have played some promising hockey, and I'm quite sure will have learnt from their weekend's experience and be able to use that in games in the future. But good exciting game, 11 goals, and certainly plenty to talk about on some of the replays.
Yes, I think the Wildcats' pace and experience was just too much for GHK to handle, especially the sharpness up front.
So the players just shaking hands, wandering off the pitch, and they'll be glad to have a hot shower, I'm quite sure now, after the rain that started the match. So, and just to round up, man of the match for this game goes to number 7 in Western Wildcats, Rachel Houghton, who certainly caused a number of issues for GHK defence, running at the defence, and was a thorn on their side all afternoon. So well done to Rachel, and man of the match.
So my thanks to Frank Hurst and to Rona Simpson for taking us through the action there. What an exciting match that was. We're running a little behind schedule here at the Awesome October Big Weekend as we come to the climax of the weekend's action. And our next match up is the final game of the weekend, Kilburn against Milne Craig Clydesdale Western. That's scheduled to start in just 5 minutes' time. And there's just time to speak to some of the victorious Western Wildcats team. A very comprehensive win for them, featuring, in my humble opinion, certainly some of the best goals that we've seen either from the men or the women over the course of this weekend. David Holmes, I believe, has Karina Marshall, and we'll hand over to him now.
Karina Marshall, congratulations. That was quite a convincing victory in the end.
Well, we've been... no, oh God, it's loud. Yeah, we've been needing to get a win under our belts, so it's quite nice to score lots of goals. We've been playing a couple of the top teams recently, so we've been doing more defending than goal scoring, so it was good, yeah. Nice to see we can finish.
There was a lot of intelligent play. The players really trying to attempt things, if not always necessarily pulling it off. How pleased are you about that?
Yeah, we've got quite a lot of youngsters in the team, so they're taking everything on board that we're trying to get them to do. They're trying to play some nice hockey, some passing hockey. That's what we're trying to develop them as, and then hopefully in the next couple of years we'll be producing some really talented, experienced players, and we'll start to push for the top.
But GHK stuck at it, and they did keep coming on.
They did. They're tough opposition, but it's like that in this league. Everyone's going to keep going to the 70 minutes, and everyone's up for points, so it's very open this season, especially kind of maybe the bottom half, so you've got to work hard for the full game.
And finally, a word about Rachel Houghton, player of the match, hat-trick.
Yeah, she's not too shabby. Yeah, very talented. If she'd score a hat-trick every game, I'd be delighted.
Well, thanks very much, Karina.
So thanks to David Holmes there for a post-match interview with Karina Marshall. Rona, he's an old flirt, isn't he, David? I think the two of them had a little fit of the giggles there.
Yeah, I know, but always at the end of the game. So no, it was a good and convincing win for Western Wildcats at the end of the day. I think overall they deserved their win, but I think GHK can take a lot out of both their games over the weekend and learn from the experience, and I'm quite sure they'll come back stronger in the future as a result.
No time to show you the replays of these goals. We've got to finish up this broadcast and prepare for the final match of the weekend. But you can catch up with all the weekend's action on Kwipu TV's YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Kwipu TV, and there you'll be able to rewatch any of the 8 matches that we are showing live this weekend. Just finally, remember, if you want to join the conversation, the hashtag is AwesomeOctober. And anything you want to say on Twitter, we'll do our best to feed into commentary. And we appreciate your comments, any feedback you have, either about the coverage or about the weekend itself. My thanks also finally to our sponsors for the coverage, Milne Craig Chartered Accountants and Subway Eat Fresh, without whose generous support this coverage could not take place. And we are, of course, also grateful to Aberdeen Asset Management, to Canterbury and to PSL Team Sports, the principal sponsors of Scottish hockey. We'll be back in just a few minutes' time with the final match of the weekend, Kelburn against Milne Craig Clydesdale Western. But for now, from Frank, from Rona and from myself, it's goodbye.